Hi, my name is Harrison Schiffbauer, and I am a licensed mortgage loan originator, or loan officer for short. And today, I'd like to take some time and talk about the 5 things you should probably be thinking about when purchasing a home. The first thing you should be thinking about is the down payment. This is the money that you put down to help get the financing for the home. Now, you need a down payment no matter what kind of loan you're doing, whether that be an FHA, a conventional, a USDA, or a VA. Actually, a USDA or a VA loan, you don't really need it, but you should still be thinking about it. Now, what's a good down payment? A lot of people throw out a bunch of different numbers, but the most commonly heard is 20%. That's not really the case. When you really are thinking about it, some programs require just a 5, a 3.5%, or even 0 down. So that 20% isn't always the case. But you know what? For the sake of this video, we're going to say you need a 5% down payment to get on a good program. Now, the second thing you should be thinking about is closing costs. Yeah, more money. Truth is, every transaction is going to involve money. I'd be doing you a disservice if I said that there was no cost. So get used to the idea that it's going to cost something. So the question really is, how much is it going to be? Honestly, it depends on a lot of different things with your area, the home's value, what the loan's going to be. But a good rule of thumb that I have found has worked for me is about $6,000. It could be more, it could be less, but at least you're not going through shock when you see it. But what if you don't have $6,000? Well, there is something you can do. You can take a higher interest rate with your lender, and they'll give you money to help cover those costs so you don't have to do it. You don't need to bring that in, and they'll go ahead and say, hey, everything's good and dandy. You're just going to pay us more. And when I say you're going to pay more, you're going to pay more in interest. You can always refinance to a lower interest rate later, saving you in the long run. Now, the third thing you should think about is your credit score. This number is important. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Come on, the whole world revolves around them. Yeah, I get it. It's kind of the deal of this industry. Now, back to the credit score. This number can help open you to a whole new world of lending opportunities. For example, there are some loan programs that need a higher credit score to take advantage of them. But if your credit score is low, don't be discouraged. There are options available to you as well. Okay, let's say you're on board and you want to improve your credit score. What can you do to help? Honestly, my best suggestion is to open up a credit card. It can be a small one that has 500 on it, but keep a low to no balance on that card. The most important thing, though, is to make your payments on time. I cannot stress this enough. Do that, and you'll be on your way to improving your credit score. Number 4, we need to talk about your budget. How much do you think you can afford? Let's talk about it. A good rule of thumb when it comes to your mortgage is 1/3 of your income. This makes sure that you're not spending too much and stretched too thin. Now, let me state this another way. You don't want to spend more than 1/3 of your income on your home, or else you're going to be house poor, and that's not fun. Sure, you've got the house, but what about the couch? The table? How about cooking supplies? Trust me, I know what it looks like. Now, the last one, the most important one in my opinion, get pre-qualified. Now, everything we've been talking about is just fine and dandy, but unless you get pre-qualified, it's just academic. Let me explain why. By getting pre-qualified, the loan officer, myself, is going to be able to review your situation and see what kind of home you can afford and what the payments are going to look like. Let's be honest here. The last thing you're going to want to do is to go shopping with a realtor, find something you absolutely love, but then discover you can't afford it. And trust me, any realtor worth their salt is going to agree with me and say get pre-qualified, because getting that letter is going to lend strength to your purchase contract to allow you to get the home. So there you are. 5 things you should be thinking about when buying a home. Thanks for joining me, and we're going to talk again soon.